Hey there, Soul Shines, it's Michelle here, and it's a creative expressions video. And we talk about works in progress, finished objects, life updates. I'll probably talk about things we're making Thursday if I remember when I get there. All the different things going on. And I leave chapter links in this video so you can skip to things if you want to. And if there's a pattern, I will link a pattern. I do have a pattern for the blanket. A lot of people love this blanket. Don't blame you, it's great. And I have a pattern for Millie. They are always linked in the thing because they're in the background. I'm like, people may want that. So, yeah, I think that covers all the little preemptive stuff except for the invitation to hook that subscribe button, knit the like button, and leave some yarn in the comments. Well, as I cannot remember where I was when I stopped to go get the door, I'm just going to put this in after I ask you to subscribe. We're going to talk about finished objects, or rather one finished object. I finished my oven mitt. Now the pattern had a little sunflower here, and I decided not to do that because I really just cared about functionality. We have some little this kind of puppet mouth thing. Like there's a part of me that really wants to put eyes. But we have some, but they go like here and just around, and they were made kind of in one piece. And so they make us nervous about, like, are we going to burn the back of our hand or things like that. So I'm really excited about this because it's big enough. Like, my wrist ends there, and when I have it down all the way, it comes down a little further. Even the older kids are going to be able to use it, and it's going to be safe. I do not have more of this blue yarn. This is just cotton Premier stuff. It was from the Dollar Tree, but it was actually from the Mystery Yarn Challenge. Lori, the teacher. Classroom Stories? I think that's her thing. Crocheting Classroom Stories, maybe. I don't remember. But she is the one who gave me the yarn. So I used just the blue, and I've used up all of the blue. In the center here, because you hold two yarns together, I held one yarn of the blue and one yarn of a striped cotton. Let me see if I can find it. So it's this, and see, like I said, it's just cotton. So I held this green marled stuff with the blue. I thought if I held the blue together, then it would just kind of blend and match, and it looks great. So yeah, and this is Premier Just Cotton. There's 87 yards, 80 meters. It's a 50 gram ball, so 1.76 ounces. Oh, I hope this isn't a problem because it says 85% cotton, 15% polyester. Well, that would suck. Hopefully that little bit of, I didn't realize it had any polyester in it. Well, hopefully they're okay because that's annoying. I mean, at least it's not acrylic. The polyester might be okay. Dang. But I was thinking of using this for something else. I'll talk about it in a minute. I'm going to put it there so I remember. But anyway, yeah, finished object. I have a hot pad oven mitt thingy just done. But yeah, it's made in this piece, and then this piece, and then sewed together. The other thing, it's not a finished object, but it kind of is. So I have a friend, she knows that I knit and crochet, so she had this sweater, and it's like her favorite sweater, and it had some snags kind of thing. It looked like it should have been pulling the yarn because it just had really long things, but I couldn't see that it was pulling the yarn, so I just ended up tying it and cutting it, making sure all the little ends were pulled in, And if they were kind of short, I tied them in loops. There's a lot of really long floats on the inside. And then they left these kind of things, but some of them were short, and I tied the short ones to the floats so that they wouldn't go through, so that hopefully she could wear it. But yeah, there wasn't really a hole in it, and it didn't really pull the yarn. It just, and she didn't know how to fix it, so I just looked at it. It was pretty easy, like 2-minute fix. Then she had this bear that she wanted me to fix. So it had a hole right here, and I used some embroidery floss that is, like, it's barely noticeable. Like, it's mostly the fact that the stitches just pull funny, and there was really nothing I could do about that, partly because it's right by the seam and just the way that it worked out. But I was able to fix that so it doesn't fray for her, so that's pretty fun. It was a little knitted bear. That was, I guess, her sister's favorite bear growing up, and she was just afraid that that was just going to keep unraveling. And so, yeah, and the thing is, it was just like one line of stitches. At first I thought that this was a like a 1x1 ribbing, but then I realized it's not. It's just stretched knitting. So it's just the stretched out to make it look kind of more, and so I really only had the one line of stitches to do. That was kind of interesting, but it should be fine, and I'm excited to have that done for her. So that was mending. Mending is new to me, but I figure I've got the skills for crocheting and knitting. I might as well also learn how to darn things and fix them. So yeah, done that. I'm going to show you a different kind of finished object. I cleaned off. This shelf is not fully cleaned off. I need to clean underneath the books. But I cleaned this shelf off, and I cleaned this shelf off and just kind of straightened things up. And then I cleaned off my dresser, which is where I moved the main plants to. I don't love it. I mean, I like having the plants over there and everything. But what I don't love is that I have to keep the cats out of my room at night. I really liked it when they came in the morning purring because they wanted me to make them food. Now they just wait outside my door like, come on, Mom, it's morning. So I don't love that I have to keep them out, but for my plant's sake, and honestly for their sake, because these kind of plants that I have up here, they're not good for the cats. I have pothos and ivy, and neither of them are actually good for the cats, so it's just better that they have them away. So I'm going to talk about things we're making Thursday. So far, I have not received a picture from Angela. If she gives me one, I will stick it in here. It is January. It is Design Your Own Objects Month. My philosophy is that if you are like, designing is no way, no how, that's okay. I mean, it's really not that hard, especially with squares. I'm going to tip this just a little bit. There. It's not hard. You just pick your favorite stitches and work them, or you can work a few rows of them and then a few rows of something else and go back to it, and you can go back further. I mean, like, there's so many things. You're just making a square or a rectangle or a circle because you're making washcloth or dishcloth, face cloths, whatever. It's kind of like that little hand type thing, which is what I was thinking about with this. I'm like, as I was getting out a dishcloth the other day, I was like, well, honestly, I really need more dishcloths. So maybe I could take this last week of January and really quickly design myself a dishcloth, knit or crochet or a mix of both. I don't know. So that's what I'm kind of thinking. Actually, it'd be really fun to see if I could do a mix. Anyway, sorry, brain went kind of into, how would that work? So I'm thinking of using this and designing a dishcloth this month. So let's talk about the Mosaic. This pattern is the Mosaic of the Month by Juniper and Oaks. It's actually a collab, so she pulled in a bunch of designers. She hosted it. She designed, I believe she designed the triangles that are the very first one you did, and then she teaches you how to do the envelope border. I have not gotten to the envelope border. And since then, she has also learned and taught how to do reversible. So I'm really excited to finish this and try out some reversible things. So I haven't made a lot of progress. I was really busy getting ready for company, which we did manage to get ready in time, but it is still, I still made progress and it's still fun. So like I said, I think that she designed the triangle section, where she pulled the collab in. So we've got, this is the, you know, working our way up the thing. And it looks like a dark blue, but it's purple there in the middle. And then moved into the other blue. And then my green section here, I am to the point where, so it's like kind of a mirrored thing. So you've got this kind of stuff here happening down here, and as you can kind of see, there is a little bit of that down here. So I end to that section where I just have these kind of things to do down here. So I'm really close. Let me look though. It's like how many, where's my pattern? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more rows of green, and then I will be done. And I have not worked on it today. Hopefully I get to it today. So I'm excited about it. And because it's always fun to show you the back, I'm going to show you the back. So that's how the stripes work on the back. It's kind of a fun, different little pattern. And the blanket is going where it did: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, blue, green, and I will do yellow after this green is done, and then orange, and then red. And then she has a rainbow in the envelope border, and I am actually going to just do this grayish color and purple around the envelope border, because purple is the person who I'm giving it to's favorite color. So that's how that is. I'm really excited about it. I think it's fun. What do you think? It's growing. Growing a little slower than I wanted it to, but it's growing. Also, guys, Sunday, my hand started hurting, like especially right in here. I wasn't even doing anything. I'm like, why is my hand hurting? Like all the way up my arm and everything. So Sunday night, I was spending time trying to fix that. I did not really do anything after company left. Monday, I still was like, oh my gosh, I can't hardly do anything. Towards the end of the day, I was using some stuff on it. And towards the end of the day, today it's barely twingy. So I'm not sure if I'm going to do crochet because I don't want to aggravate it. So I probably won't work on it today. But hopefully I can do some knitting. I've been able to do a little bit of knitting, but I have to be really careful. So I did not so I was trying to start a tithing project hat. I was trying to start a new hat, and I can't remember what's going wrong. I ended up with major issues, and I was only like 2 rounds in, and I just undid it. And I'm like, I just don't have the capacity emotionally, physically to do this. So that hat will start next week. I've already talked to the lady. She was just here, but she was on her way to work, so I'm taking them to her house and giving them to her mom. But I have 5 hats that I'm giving her, so that will be fun because it has been so cold and they need it. It's just way cold, so hopefully that works out. So anyway, yeah. And I did, however, work on a hat. So I've been working on this hat. I am just doing it entirely 1 by 1 ribbing all the way up. It takes me a while, and I'm trying to do like a good inch every day. This is for my son's birthday. His birthday is in a week, so I have that long to get it finished. We don't know if he's gonna like these little bits, but if he doesn't like them, like, he can pull them off. I've pulled some of the like more fluffy ones off that are barely hanging on. So it's like, if he doesn't like them, then he can take them off and just have this grayish green hat. But I think it's fun. And it's just entirely stretchy. So I've got to make it, I want to make it so that he can fold up the ears over these ears if he wants to. So I've got to make it pretty long. So we'll see. And this is Big Twist, which this one is tweeted, and so that's why it's going to not just be 100% acrylic. It is somewhere on here. Where is it? The color is called dark green, but it's more of a gray green, so that's an interesting choice in colors. They're 4 white medium. Oh, here we go. It's a 98% or 97% acrylic, 3% viscose. And viscose is gonna be these little bits that pull off. So yeah, I've been working on that. I'm excited about that, and it will be fun. Also, I've been making slow progress on my shawl. I have my white lifeline right here, and then my black one here. The black one goes halfway in the pattern, and then the white one starts a new pattern. And this would be my third. I think I've started my 4th pattern repeat, and there's supposed to be 5. So I should get, and you know, in there. That's one more, and then another one. So I should be. We'll see. Because I don't know. I mean, there's still a lot there, but at the same time, this is pretty far across here. It's like 100 and. How many stitches is it? 160? 166 stitches across there. This beautiful lace. It's so fun. So, yeah. Working on that. Making progress. And this yarn, the label that came on this yarn is Karen Coffin Ripple Cake. And it says over here soft summer stripes, but it really has no stripes in it, so it confuses me. But it says it's 100% cotton, light 3 weight. The color is Clearview. And so I don't know, it's all green. I don't know if, but that's what I got. That's been fun to make with. And then I am not showing you my beautiful cardigan because I really haven't done anything on it, so there's no real progress. Nothing to see. And then my blue socks are this far. And I will put the butterfly up here so that you can see the butterfly of the month. It's gorgeous blue. I've got these socks to inspired by them, and I have like 5 days to finish them in, something like that. I'm not there yet, guys. I don't know. I think I've got to try to have this be my main focus and try to get to the heel by tonight if possible. I will pull out my pattern and see how far I need to go. I have an insert that I put inside the sock, and when it reaches the line, then I know to start the heel. And so I've got to try that, and then see if I can get to there tonight, and then do the heels over the next couple days. And then I just need to do like an inch or an inch and a half, and then put whatever I'm gonna do for the ribbing or the cuff, because I like shorty socks anyway, so that's not a problem. It's just trying to get all of that done in just a few days. Like, I gotta book it, and I have not been working as much as I want, because see this, I keep moving it up at the beginning. That's how much I did yesterday. That is half of what I was hoping to get done, and I've done a lot of that lately, so a little frustrated with myself. But yeah, I think that's everything I have going on. I've talked about the cardigan, but I'm not showing it. I'm kind of picking my 3 main focuses, like what's most important. So today I'm not going to work on the mosaic because of my arm. So my most important will be the hat, the socks, and I already did repairs, which was counting as my most important. So then if I have more time and I'm like, I cannot work on the socks anymore, then I will pick the sweater or the shawl. Probably the shawl. I'm enjoying that more because of the lace patterning. So I'll pick one of those to move forward, and that will be it. So for life updates, I have a lot more clarity about things, but not the drive to get started on them. I really want to be a coach for decluttering, kind of metaphysical decluttering. I actually made a video and put out on my other channel, and I will put it in the iCards up here and link it down below so you can go watch it if you're interested. I'm going to try to do videos, record Monday or Tuesday for this channel and record Thursdays to hopefully get it out on Fridays for the other channel. But I want to do coaching, guys. I want to help do some kind of help realize what's in the way of getting the space that we want, and then help people actually, like do a 1 hour better type of a thing where I just guide you through actually decluttering, or we sit down and we actually come up with a system to try and see how it works to keep the house in order. Like Dana K. White, she's like, do the dishes, and she has some things that she has to do for her, but they're not things that necessarily work for me. Now, making sure the dish is done, I have to do that, but like I already have a laundry routine that works for me, so that's not an issue for me. But I could have somebody else come up with their laundry routine. I've had to come up with ways to work in keeping my house in order with my health issues, with my circumstances. And so I want to be able to help with that, help clear out whatever's in the way. Like, let's get aware of what beliefs and feelings are keeping us from doing the things that we want to do, and also coach through decluttering. So that's what I want to do with the other part of my life. I know that I want to. I know that I'm called to it. I know that it's the thing for me to do. And that's where I'm at. Because I'm like, how do I advertise for that? How do I get started with that? Like, where's the business skills for that? Where's my time for that? Taking kids places is hard. I'm looking forward for spring when my son can start riding his motorcycle again, so that I don't have to take him to work. Like I said, I've been doing some work in my house. I don't know if I'm going to be finishing these shelves because there's a lot of dirt that fell down in front of them, and my goal today is to try to get a lot of this stuff cleaned up, and then probably finish the shelves tomorrow. Get more dirt, but this is kind of like the next project. Along with all the other stuff that's expected of life. So that's kind of it. I feel like I'm making progress just in general about how I feel about life, and like the feelings with depression and stuff. I've been making a lot of headway, and I'm just feeling in general better right now. So that's exciting, especially considering it's January. To feel this good in January is definitely progress. So working on that, trying to get the health stuff, figuring out what I can eat. I just found grass-fed, grass-finished beef, which I'm so excited about because that meant they were not fed any corn. So I should be able to eat beef once in a while now, and I'm excited. But I'm not being able to find eggs because we had the bird flu that just shut down egg production, and the eggs that I can eat that are corn and soy free have not shown back up in the stores yet. A lot of other eggs are starting to fill in the shelves, but the ones that I need have not showed up. And I did try some others, but like I had reactions to them, and I'm like, so yeah, life updates. That's probably about it. Hopefully I have some more. Company was fine. My house looked great, felt great. And so far I've kind of kept it that way, hoping that I am to a point where I can keep maintenance. I even made my daughter do dishes this morning. I was like, you didn't do your dishes last night. There weren't very many. Look, come on. Gotta help me out here. So I made her do dishes before school this morning. I woke her up early. I'm like, I can't do this all on my own. I need help. And you guys are here. And you're all old enough to help. So that's what we're doing. So hopefully if I can keep it in maintenance mode, then it's just picking the projects, like picking this as a project and then picking somewhere else. Like then I can just do the maintenance and project, and move myself forward. I also have really looked at, why have I been thinking I'm a fraud? There's a part of me that's like, I look at the basement, the laundry room that is just so bad and so overwhelming, and I feel like a fraud. Why? I have done so much decluttering in my lifetime that there's no reason to think I'm a fraud because I have one area that is really bad and other areas that have gotten out of control. That's not making me a fraud. It means that life happens and now I'm getting back on track. Such silly thinking that we get in our lives. Anyway, I hope that you are finding peace and resolution. I know that there's a lot of people struggling right now. Health issues, mental health issues, depression, mourning, grief. There's a lot going on in this world. There's so much going on in this world. And some of it can be really hard to navigate. And I hope that you're finding your peace in it. And I hope that if you are a person that finds peace and calming in your crafts, that you are turning to them and not putting them away, because maybe you're not wanting to work on your craft because you will have some peace come to your mind. But along with that is also, you have to sit with your emotions. And you're kind of avoiding that right now. And I hope that's not the case. Because avoiding the emotions does not help us move on. It doesn't help us. We gotta face those things. Anyway, with that, I'm gonna go now. Just want you guys to remember to let your light shine through your creations, whatever they be. Whether they be crocheting or knitting. I have no knitting. Oh, well, that's not true. There's some knitting right here. He's a mix of knitting and crochet. He doesn't have a pattern, which is why he's not linked. But whatever your craft may be, if you're weaving, you just like dyeing yarn and selling it, you like doing art, stained glass, whatever your crafts are, remember to let your light shine, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.